so cheeky.
In the middle of the show, you're going for a win. Yeah, it's always in my speech, man. I'm left there, and I've already said all I can say, and then he goes off the stage. I'm looking round.
I think we all think the same thing, because I always think, oh, just nip off for a win. I actually normally tell Liam, oh, I'm just going for a win. And then I come to the toilet and everyone's already there.
We all know the point in the show where there is a gap long enough to go to the toilet. So, like, if you were came out the toilet the other day, literally there was 3 lads standing outside in the queue out the toilet. So what can you do? Like, well, you can do the full shut of course.
No, it's not that. Because you drink so much water during the day. You're very dry.
I had one kidney for a long time, boy, so I'm well trained in that.
You never had one kidney?
Never had one. You could have been a bit. I mean, when you were a child, I think you had one kidney. It was confirmed that one of my kidneys was scarred, right? And then when I went to the doctor in High Street when I was 18, I healed it. The kidney just healed.
We were talking about it, it's gone.
No, I always had one, it was scarred, it just didn't work. Okay, so 1 out of 5 of you that actually doesn't necessarily have 2 functioning kidneys can hold it in for a full show and you 4 can't.
We got weight on the kidney thing.
I was not for 4 years, mate. Alright, we can move on from the win. It must be quite satisfying for you though that on this tour you're performing songs that you've actually had such a big part right. Does that make it, I mean, let's start with you, H, does that make it sort of, I guess, a bit more satisfying that it's actually your material that you're singing?
It's definitely like a time when you kind of, if it's a song that you've written and you hear like people singing back, there's a feeling of people singing your songs back to you, and then there's a feeling of people singing lyrics where you remember being somewhere writing them and you remember recording them and just kind of remember how it all came together. And it kind of flashes through your mind the whole process.
You can almost go through a show and almost forget stupidly. I think for me there's been a few times where fans have held up "You Make Me Strong" and everyone's held that up. And you know, you'd just be singing the songs and going through the motions, then it actually takes something as blatant as that to go, oh, hang on a minute, you know, that's you know, I wrote on that song, the reference was something that I've said. It's just, it's an amazing feeling. It's exactly what you would want as an artist, you know. It's very important for us, I think.
Yeah, I think when I was a kid, and my dad would put like Snow Patrol, like singing at some festival or something, I don't know, like. You see on TV and you see everyone singing, you know, the words to Yellow Back or whatever. You know, I was sat there thinking, like, I wonder what that feels like. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's one singing something that you wrote back to you, and there's that many people singing, like, it is. Like you say, you kind of forget sometimes a bit stupid, and then you're like, oh, I wrote this song, whatever. It's fun and makes it much more satisfying.
It's just so much more personal. Your performance becomes so much more personal because you've had that kind of involvement with it. And yeah, I think those songs that you have written definitely are more fun to express. Yeah.
There's been so many amazing moments for you boys, from sort of movie premieres to the Olympics to all these things. What would you say, one by one, what's been, I guess, your proudest thing that you've achieved so far? Proudest, either moment or thing you've achieved. Let's start with you there.
There is a lot of different things, you know, that I would consider as being massive achievements, but I think for me personally, like, I really, really enjoyed the VMAs when we did that. Just thought it was like,
because you did 2 VMAs, haven't you?
We won 3, didn't we? That year,
yeah.
Twice, yeah. The first time we went when we won 3, it was amazing.
It's the proper award show.
Yeah, it felt crazy, the whole experience of just being there, like you've seen it on TV, you know, all the stars that were sat right next to us had been on, you know, been in the industry for so many more years than us, and we, like Louis said, just felt like new kids, just sat there like, like we had no friends, like it was,
you didn't know anybody. Yeah. You wanted just basically get your autograph book out, but actually you're winning 3 movements. It's really funny then the year after we went, remember the last one in Brooklyn? We were literally sitting around, and everyone was around us. Lil Wayne, you know, Rihanna was sitting in the same front of us. Justin Timberlake, all of those guys were all there sitting beside us, and we were literally sitting there with like soft drinks and foot-long hot dogs each. And Louis turned to me during Justin Timberlake's performance. I'm sitting there with a hot dog and going, we are literally the worst celebrities I've ever watched. Everyone's sitting around there like with their sunglasses on, all looking all shitty.
Everyone likes to, you know, sip champagne and look very, very nice and beautiful.
And you were like,
stopping hot dogs and
I think the Brits are always great. The Brits are amazing. In my house I've got all the awards that we won on each side of my TV, and you just look at them sometimes and
you just see you know, the ones that we won, and the Brits it's just an amazing night every time we go, and we always have a good time. We feel more comfortable there, so because you know more people when you go to them, and the Brits it's always been great. That was actually the first award we won. A Brit Award is the first award that we won. Having gone back there the last couple of years, it's just been amazing. So I'd say the Brits are the biggest thing. Harry?
I always find stuff that like my parents like freak out about, like makes me feel like the most proud.
But when they get like, what do you mean?
Yeah, so like for example, like when we met the Queen, like there's loads of stuff like VMAs and stuff that like my grandma doesn't like understand at all. But like me and the Queen, she like freaked out about it.
Our families always seem to turn up because like they don't go to the same thing all together all the time. So when they turn up in numbers at a certain thing, you know it's been. So like the first time since the X Factor, the first time something you can tell something big was happening when they all arrived up was Madison Square Garden, and you know it's the most famous venue in the world. And then like for instance, like when our families they come to Dublin, for instance, like everyone like goes to the Dublin shows for some reason, or like the other night some of our parents were in Milan. You know, all these like big moments when the family turn up, you know it's going to be a big night, and I think that goes back to what Harry's saying. Like the best things that you do are the ones that your family want to get to and are proud of.
So I'm going to finish on 4 questions from some of the fans that they sent in to you. We want some quick one-word answers. So, Tizzy Weird says, what's the one thing you must have with you on tour? Liam, one thing. Harry?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Sounds important.
Yeah. Right, 4 questions, Wi-Fi. OKS Halo says, what surprises you most during concerts? I guess that means what are the surprises that they've done have been the most spectacular? I think the one that they did the other day in the show in Sanzera, which is what we're about to manage to say. I love One Direction in it as well. There's a few other things going on. Amber Coffee, A-M-B-R-E Coffee, says, what do you like to do before a concert? One thing that you have to do before a concert.
For some reason I always brush my teeth before a show. I don't know why.
Very good.
And aftershave, even though no one can smell it. But
Great stat. Zayna, Sylvia 1D wants to say, what's your favourite song to perform of all the things on the tour?
Alive, I'd say.
Alive. I love Alive. It's the best song on this tour. I think it's brilliant. Last one, Diana MXNZZ. What's the most embarrassing that's ever happened to you on stage? I fell over in Ireland our first show on the Europe tour. Not a good one to start, mate, but very basic. Do I just lie down and pretend that I've knocked myself out? It's cool. If you've knocked yourself out falling over, it's a bit cool if it hurts you, whereas I have to get up and carry on, mate.
that's 3 seconds away from catching you, but you just still there.
So angry
You could have saved the day, but what you're saying then is you just didn't.
Boys, I've very much enjoyed listening to your thoughts. Thanks very much. Everyone's now about to watch the gig that you did at San Diego.
It's been great.
I've only got a long career.
Probably one of your best shows on tour. Right, I loved it. Yeah. The whole scale of it being one of the homes of football fans is quite a big deal. Even in the place, even in the building, is such a big thing. So you're in for a treat. Enjoy it.